It's been a fantastic season for them, and this could be one of its most memorable nights, as a win here gives them the best record in the league. Well, this draft class has produced a lot of strong players, but Shaq, I want your prediction. Who's going to walk away with Rookie of the Year?
Ernie, I don't believe you asked me that question. So far, the way he's played, got to be AI. You could debate rookie eligibility and all that blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
But he's the best new player in the league, period, comma, hashtag.
Oof. Well, the block.
Exclamation
point.
Question mark.
No doubt. Blah,
Parentheses.
Minus.
Ooh.
Asterisk.
The tic-tac-toe box.
No, that's a hashtag.
That's a hashtag.
Oh, hashtag.
You lose.
You lost.
You lose. He
Well,
lost.
I know. Well, I'd like to give you a different name, Ernie.
I don't care. Here's Kevin Harlan.
Okay.
The other forward, At the center position, at 7 foot 0 inches, number 22. The other guard, at 6 foot 6 inches, number 1, Devin Phoenix Suns.
Welcome, everyone, to Noche and Beyond. A Latin theme is the backdrop to tonight's festivities with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. Phoenix, Arizona is the scene of the oldest West showdown between two of the NBA's longtime enemies. It's the Suns and the Los Angeles Lakers. A big win for them coming off a strong game on Friday. And they put it all together in that game. It added up to a phenomenal win.
And guys, they just got so many good looks in that one, and the defense never able to affect their offensive rhythm.
Well, I think the defense from the other team was simply porous. There's no other way to put it. So many openings, and they made them pay for it.
And it's the Suns to start out. Some teams in reality, Doris, are out of the playoff picture right now. They've entered the evaluation phase of their season. Talk about what is involved there in that process.
Well, we've seen this before, Kevin, and there are nights where we're cover games where we know, okay, this is an organization that is assessing things from top to bottom. So which players, particularly the young players, need minutes so that they can accelerate their development? Which veterans are going to be a long-term part of the equation, because then you want the young guys and those veterans to have their collective experience start to grow. So there's a lot going on here from an evaluation standpoint when you're out of the playoff picture.
Great reveal of the front office and the way they think and want to process. Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Harris is out there with Smith, and it's McGee in at the pivot spot manning the middle. And that one, good.
Well, this is how you want to start off.
Wow, absolutely. Grabbing the lead right from the get-go, getting into an early rhythm. I love it.
Now here's Johnson. A 17-point game for him in the win against New Orleans.
Yeah, I was also struck by how well he shared the basketball. He created a lot of easy buckets with that passing ability.
Shot clock at 5. 17-foot shot on the way. A nice shot by Booker.
Now, teams are playing him to set up behind the arc, but Booker can just as easily beat you from the mid-range.
Smith the pass to Kuzma. Back to Smith. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Well, everyone wants in on AI right now. Easy to see why with this story to the NBA, and sponsors are just throwing themselves at him.
And guys, the latest one for AI, Reese's Puffs. They saw an opportunity to work with a rising star and then just jumped at it.
And he sinks the second. The Suns coach Igor Kokoshkov has coached Slovenia to the 2017 Eurobasket title. Doris, the country's first ever European title. It certainly helped put his name on the map.
Yeah, no doubt, Kevin. This young man has had great success internationally and as an NBA assistant. And how about Kokoshkov, a homecoming in Phoenix? He and his family have maintained a house there for over a decade.
So it's Phoenix now. After the basket by the Lakers, Oubre kicks to Booker. It's good from long range. Booker's got 5 points so far.
Kev, how about the lightning quick release? It makes Booker really hard to contest and catch and shoot.
Smith finds Harris. Smith against Johnson. Kicks it out to James. Back to Smith. Here's Kuzma. No good with the triple. Phoenix has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Booker with it. In the game against New Orleans, very impressive. Shoots over Kuzma, and no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Rejected by Booker. Second chance shot, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And defensively, this is a nightmare. He's already on a roll.
Greg, the defense better start to disrupt his rhythm, or it's going to be an awfully long night for them.
Yeah, getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Boy, just a step quicker than the defense, really, catching them off guard and capitalizing well.
Now here's Johnson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's the teardrop. Warren on the wing. A second chance effort. The shot comes out, and it's the Lakers the other way. And Smith puts up a deep three. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Smith's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, given how AI first got his chance at the NBA and how much drama was involved, it's amazing to see just how many friendly relationships AI has around the league.
And Greg, you know, this is something you've mentioned before. The NBA is a brotherhood. Sometimes players might get into it, but at the end of the day, there is a general sense of community between everyone involved with the league. And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
And his guys are getting frustrated. Coach just really kind of needs to calm them down.
I think, Greg, they've got to continue to believe that the next shot is going to go in. He can hopefully communicate that effectively to them.
Now let's step back and have a look at the top passing teams in the NBA this season. The Lakers, #1.
The beauty of watching this team is seeing the ball move around the court. It doesn't stick. That's why they're at the top of that list.
Suns trail by 9.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Ayton dishes to Booker. Lays it up and banks it in. Booker's got 7. For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Here's Smith. Count that one.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Phoenix is gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Johnson with it. Now Smith defending. Johnson surveying the floor. 6 to shoot. There's the pass to Ayton. Shoots over McGee. And it's Ayton missing.
Boy, that's a tough miss. Does well to get himself open and then botches it up.
And you know, DeAndre Ayton, all that height around him. He goes 7 feet, 250 with that 7'5" wingspan and already produces. But still, he shows considerable upside.
The Lakers have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. You know, Greg, what amazes me about Ayton, the skill level for someone his size.
I mean, he can put the ball on the floor, really improving as a facilitator. You look at Embiid, you look at Big Cat, Ayton gives you a lot of those similar traits.
And the shot is good from Johnson.
Guys, listen, the defense was totally invisible on that three-point attempt. Nobody even in his zip code.
Smith the pass to McGee, and it's blocked.
Tremendous at anticipating when shots are going up. Ayton is outstanding at protecting the rim.
On defense, the Suns trailing here by 8. Smith kicks to LeBron. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Suns. It's getting late in the season. Let's see how the standings are out west. Taking a look at the Lakers. What a run they've had this year. In first place and charging seemingly at will toward the postseason. These guys have been outstanding. And, of course, the Suns. Not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And I think for the Suns, one thing they don't have to worry about is not having enough free time this summer, because they're not going anywhere near the postseason.
And there will be players on the move once this season is over. You can count on that. They have to make wholesale changes, and the front office knows it.
And guys, they've come out and established a rhythm, and also their play calling has been on point.
Yeah, I think that's exactly how they've built this lead. They played as one, shared the basketball, running their offense to perfection.
Well, doors for Kelly Oubre to maximize his potential in this league. The jump shot will be key.
Right, Kevin, and there are positive signs where Kelly Oubre and his long-range shooting are concerned. His usage and efficiency have both gone up over the last couple of years. He's also been more aggressive on the offensive end, spending more time at the free throw line, and you would expect that with the level of athleticism he brings.
No good on that one.
And remember, you know, he grew up in New Orleans, but Kelly Oubre had to move to Texas after Hurricane Katrina. Some tough times that he said put a little bit of a chip on his shoulder to this day.
And he's good on the second.
It's so interesting to me that if you look at the history of the Phoenix Suns, it was the Mike D'Antoni era where they set the trend towards up-tempo run-and-gun basketball and emphasizing the three. Remember the great Steve Nash at the helm. They were an offensive juggernaut at that time, guys.
And the foul on Tyler Johnson. That's foul number 2 for him. Jackson, he's checked in for Phoenix. The Lakers also making some changes. Pachulia comes in for JaVale McGee. And it's Brandon Ingram in for Harris. Knocked away. It's stolen by Johnson. Jackson finds Johnson. And here is Ayton. Back to Johnson. And the layup's good off the glass. Johnson's got 5 points so far. And the Suns from 2004 to 2010, a team that easily could have won it all.
No doubt, Kevin, the fine line between winning and losing. 3 trips to the Western Conference Finals, and if not for a few bad bounces and untimely suspensions, who knows what we'd be talking about.
Here's Johnson. Brandon Ingram picking up that last bucket. Ayton with it. Outguarded by Pachulia. Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Well, this is tremendous athleticism from Josh Jackson. Boy, you better stay connected to his body or he's going to make you look silly.
Out to the right wing. Pachulia kicks to Ingram. Lakers working the ball around now. And then Smith with the dunk.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Suns trail by 9. To the paint. And there's Booker on the assist by Johnson. And that's now 9 points for Devin Booker.
Boy, he's heating up fast coming out of the gate. 4 out of 5 from the field.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Yeah, a dominant win for them their last time in this matchup. And what jumps off the stat page was their advantage on the boards.
I think the goal always is to control the glass if you can. It ends up giving you extra possessions that typically lead to extra points.
So for the Suns, Bridges comes in for T.J. Warren, and Lee's subbed in for Tyler Johnson. Ball's checked in for the Lakers. Smith kicks to Kuzma, and it goes down 2 points. He's got 12.
Well, he's kept them in balance tonight. This guy's shooting has put them in front.
And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Lee. Pass to Ayton. Back to Lee for the three.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game. Just doing the job on the backboard.
Smith, no luck.
Man, with the defense laying off him, you know he's going to pull the trigger. They're lucky he didn't burn him.
Out to the right wing. Got a piece of it. And so the ball's out of bounds. Ingram touched it last. Ball against Lee. 5 on the clock. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Let's remember, Courtney Lee has been in the league a long time, actually played in an NBA Finals. This guy has been able to score and defend regardless of where he's been.
Oh, good on that one. Doris, you're talking about Lee. It's a shooter's league. Why has he been dealt, you think, so many times?
You know, it's an interesting situation. He's never going to be a star, but that doesn't mean he isn't valuable. And teams are willing to trade for him as part of a bigger package. Give him credit. The guy's been a pro. He never complains.
No good at the stripe this time. The second misses also.
But Lee has proven to be a valuable role player throughout his career. The combination of shooting and defense is huge.
Fantastic ball movement. They're kicking them apart with their passing.
Here's Lee following the basket by Lonzo Ball. Pass to Ayton. Back to Booker. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 in the game.
You love it when guys play bigger than you think they are. Booker proving that he's not just a threat from the outside.
Now here's Kuzma over Jackson. Again, Los Angeles.
And from the opening tip, they have been in complete control of this one.
Yeah, you know, it looks like they wanted it more. Outstanding hustle and determination throughout.
Here's Booker. Second chance effort. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Over to the wing. Here's Ball. And he drops it in from the low post. And the Lakers lead by 13.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Booker the pass to Jackson. And he gets it to go. Jackson's got his second basket of the night.
Well, Devin Booker is known as a scorer, but this guy will find you if you're open.
Smith surveying the D. Back to Ball. Passes it to Smith. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
Boy, a little too casual on the layup. Temporary loss of focus. Not good.
Ball's knocked loose. The pass to Booker. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Booker's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Phoenix. Smith dishes to Pachulia. Ingram kicks to Smith. Pass to Kuzma over Jackson. Here's Ingram. Can't get it to fall. He's missed his second after making his first. Over in the corner, Lee. Back to Booker. Excellent defense there from Smith. Lakers leading by 9. With that miss, he is now 4 for 7 from the field. And so Booker will bring it up for the Suns. Lee outside. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Got that bucket in no time at all.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency.
And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. The Suns making a change here. Daniels has checked in. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Robertson is checked in. Now Daniels. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Upside Jackson. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
He might be young, but Mr. Jackson is a problem from a matchup standpoint. Really good powering through there.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And the Suns here with a different look. T.J. Warren, he's checked in for Josh Jackson. Oubre comes in for Bridges. Devin Booker, he's checked in for Troy Daniels. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Courtney Lee. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Inside, we've got Kuzma and McGee. Smith is out there with Harris. And it's LeBron in at the 3 spot. And the Suns miss again. Los Angeles leading by 7. Nice ball movement there by the Lakers. And Kuzma slams it in.
Just really unselfish there. Harris is someone who knows when one of his guys is wide open.
Top responsibility, Doris, in being the focal point of an offense. What characteristics have you seen which are shared among NBA players who carry the load offensively for their teams every game?
Right, this is a great separation point to me in the NBA because there are a lot of outstanding players at the level on any given night in the NBA. But Kevin, there is a select few players who are willing to share the lion's share of the responsibility. Men like Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Russell Westbrook. Like, you have to be prepared 82 times per year to step between the lines, shoulder the load, and sometimes when you underperform, to bear the criticism that comes with that responsibility. Kevin, you know this. That's a select few player who's willing to absorb that.
Good thoughts. He has a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Bucks was tremendous. He ended with 28 points and seemed to be playing in slow motion with a huge number of assists. It's rare to see any player put up numbers like that. It's likely a game he'll always remember. Kevin?
Hey, David, thank you. Any chance he can match that, guys, in that performance again here tonight?
I tell you what, I know he believes he can. His confidence right now is sky high, and he doesn't think there's anybody that can stop him.
Well, there might not be, because he's coming into this game thinking he can be just as dominant as he was the last time he took the floor.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Here's Johnson. That one doesn't drop. Good D by LeBron.
I'll tell you, it'd be a big help if he could snap out this cold streak. His shooting has been hurting them.
Here's Smith. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
Pass to Ayton. Outside Warren. And it comes off the front of the rim. Los Angeles leading by 10. To the middle. Here's Kuzma. It's hauled in by the Suns. Ayton's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Johnson against Smith.
I'll tell you, with that being a second foul, now you've got to be more careful. You can't give the officials any excuse to whistle him for number 3 before the end of this half.
The Suns shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. And Johnson drops them both.
And Tyler Johnson, undrafted out of Fresno State back in 2014. One of those lunch pail players. Didn't take him long to make his mark in the NBA.
Now, here is Smith. Harris's shot is off. Here's Oubre. He picked up 12 points in their last win against New Orleans. Knocked loose. Just 5 on the clock. A 3 from Warren. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Well, this is the time of year you want to get on a roll, and that's what this crew has done. They're the hottest shooting two guards in the NBA since the All-Star break. Second, Corey Harris. And, of course, Devin Booker.
You know, in tight or outside, these are all very reliable and consistent shooters. It's a safe option to put the ball in their hands and let them create something for themselves.
And a lot of times, those shots they create for themselves come right at the basket. As good a group of shooters as they are, they don't just settle for jumpers. These are players who are willing to attack the rim.
The first free throw is good. And Tyler Johnson, a 6'4" combo guard. Greg, talk about how he straddles that gap.
Yeah, I mean, a shooter with athleticism. I mean, the lefty's still developing that right hand, but improving as a playmaker and game management right before our eyes.
Josh Jackson's checked in for the Suns. And James drills them both.
Father Time has not caught up to LeBron James yet. This man looks like he is on a mission, and he continues to add to his legacy.
And now, here's Warren. He picked up 21 points in their last win against New Orleans.
And we have to mention his rebound. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
Doris, when you think about Devin Booker, you have to think about the 70 points he dropped on the Celtics that one night.
Woo, what a special evening that was, Kevin. Most points ever for a Phoenix Suns player. Most points ever scored against the Celtics. More than Wilt Chamberlain. Think about that, Kevin. Gentlemen.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
Yep, that one goes. 14 points for Smith.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Well, you want to slow this man's roll right now if you're the defense, because you've got to make somebody else beat you. He's cooking right now.
And why take that contested shot? I mean, make the extra pass.
That's a head scratcher. When the defense is in your grill, move the ball.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
I tell you, you've got to admire the energy. This guy really wants to put this one away.
Here's Jackson after the basket by the Lakers. Up and in for the basket, number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Yeah, they've gotten into a nice flow this quarter.
Smith, the pass to Kuzma. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Smith's got assist number 7 for him tonight. 55 seconds left in the second quarter. Johnson kicks to Jackson. Warren against Kuzma. Good on that shot. And at that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to 9. They're back within single digits after that one from Warren. And now here is Smith. He's coming off a 28-point game against Milwaukee.
And we can't forget his dominance on defense, guys. His shot blocking altered the entire game.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
It's stolen by Smith. Shot and game clock separated by 5. And the slam dunk by McGee.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Harris against Booker. We've got 13 seconds left in the second quarter. Shoots from 12. And he sinks that one in the back of the rim on the way in. Booker's got 5 points now this quarter. Just 3 on the clock. And the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there.
Thank you, Kevin. With a big part of the season now behind us, you are a serious Rookie of the Year candidate. How much motivation does that give you?
Well, it just makes me want to keep doing what I've been doing. It's not about individual honors, DA. It's about contributing as much as possible to this team. And if that results in Rookie of the Year, that's great. But, honestly, I just want to help us win. So, that's my main priority right there.
Well, no reason you can't do both, right? Guys, back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Without question, Kyle Kuzma displaying his skills today.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
Oh, his power is unbelievable. An intimidating force when he's at his best.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All filled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court for the Suns, Ayton is up there with T.J. Warren. Then it's Johnson. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's Oubre in at the three. And now here is Smith. And McGee kicks to James. Passes to Harris. 6 on the shot clock. The kick out to LeBron. Shoots over Oubre. And it's James missing.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Yeah, that's a surprising miss, Greg. I have a feeling if they get that shot again, they'll knock it down next time.
Lakers leading by 11. It's deflected. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Devin Booker is a 20-point-per-game scorer since his second season in the league. And he knows you have to have confidence to be a great shooter. He said, know the work you've put in, trust your game. Just because you miss shots, you can't doubt yourself. You're supposed to fall, and they will if you keep shooting. Kevin?
Next shot mentality for sure. Thanks, DA. Doris, statistically, today's game is picked apart by so many different ways. But for you, what are the statistical areas that you are most interested in?
Well, I think one of the things that can be undervalued, particularly from the defensive side of the ball, are things like deflections or charges taken or even shots contested. And I say those things, Kevin, because deflections force an offense to restart. Charges taken gets a possession for your team. And shots contested affects, obviously, the field goal percentage of the team you're guarding. So it's all of those little defensive stats that you really have to track and be monitoring to understand the value that they have on winning.
Very interesting. Here's Johnson, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Johnson's got 11.
Boy, that's how to do it. Just go strong. Don't settle for a jump shot when the defense is flat-footed. Nice.
McGee finds James. And there's the pass to Smith. And then Smith with the dunk.
How about that? LeBron James always looking for his guys. The court vision, unreal.
Suns trail by 9. Pass to Warren. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Pass to Johnson. Here's the three. Kuzma pulls it in. Kuzma's got 7 rebounds in the game. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Banked in off the glass. And now an 11-point Laker lead. And the Suns call time here. Without question, Kyle Kuzma displaying his skills today.
I think one of the things at the top of the list in this timeout discussion has got to be the amount of room they're giving him to operate. You've got to
Lee comes in for Johnson. And then for Los Angeles, Ingram, he's checked in for James. And it's Andre Robertson in for Harris. Lee passes to Ayton. Back to Lee. There's the three. That shot misses. And it's the Lakers the other way. They've led by as many as 14 points.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Now Bridges, after the missed three from Smith. Bridges passes to Warren. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Kuzma with it. Bridges covering. Kuzma can't get it to go. Suns trail by 11. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
The only way he doesn't finish is if the defense gets in his face. Nice job.
Smith kicks to Ingram. Knocks it loose. Smith finds Robertson. Now Smith. And the shot goes in. Smith's got 21 in the game.
Listen, Kev, this guy, one of the more reliable scorers in the league, night in and night out.
Warren against Kuzma. Warren the pass to Lee. And the rejection by Smith. Inside, Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now here's Lee. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. They need this. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Andre Robertson played power forward, Doris, at Colorado. He has slid all the way down to shooting guard in the NBA.
Well, I like that you used the word guarding, because that is why Andre Robertson is in the NBA. He is an elite defensive player. He can guard across multiple positions. And you think about who he's matching up with on a night-by-night basis, whether it's ones, twos, or threes.
24 seconds left to play here in the third. On the wing, Johnson, covered by Smith. Johnson against Smith. Passes it to Warren. Shot clock at 6. Kicks it to Oubre. Johnson, wide open, he fires. Phoenix, no good that time either. It doesn't go for him. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Lakers lead by 11. 2K Sports, back to Phoenix after this. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. The 4 and 5 are the athletic duo of LeBron and McGee. Harris is out there with Smith. And it's Robertson in at the small forward. You know, Doris, there's a lot to like about T.J. Warren's game, especially on the offensive end.
You're right. He's resourceful. He's versatile. There's enough size there to challenge you on the interior. He's worked on that perimeter skill. Just one of the guys who naturally knows how to score.
And he sinks the second.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Smith dishes to James. Lakers working the ball around now. Smith finds James. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. And that's 10 points for LeBron.
Well, I'll tell you, if you work as hard as LeBron James, as he did in that instance, he's a physical force inside. That's going to be his shot every time.
And then Smith with the dunk.
And we talk about this a lot. Turnovers leading to transition points.
Right, they're making it easy for the opposition. You can't afford to cough the ball up like that.
Now the pass to Warren. And the shot goes in.
The way Warren controls his body is truly impressive. He's got the frame to absorb it.
Smith the pass to James. Yes, that goes in. James has got 4 points in the quarter.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Johnson attacking, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And here's what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Lakers. On Monday, they'll be playing against Lou Williams and the Los Angeles Clippers. And then on Wednesday, they'll be taking on Paul Millsap and the Denver Nuggets.
And for their matchup with the Celtics, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
And Phoenix making a change here. Booker's checked in.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Suns trail by 16. Johnson with it. Now Smith defending. Warren against Harris. Warren kicks to Oubre. Johnson outside. Over Smith. Johnson can't get it to go.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Booker outside. Here's Jackson. McGee with the block. Harris kicks to LeBron. Good, and Harris gets the assist. Harris has got assist number 8 here in this one already.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Outside Jackson. On the wing, Booker. To end the run. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. McGee's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Robertson can't hit.
Boy, a wide open look from mid-range that goes by the wayside. You can tell he's upset.
With the teardrop, and Oubre finishes it off.
You see the athleticism and the length. Oubre able to get his shot off inside. That's a high percentage look for that young man.
James, whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
You know, I think, guys, what's amazing to me is LeBron has been in his prime for over a decade at this point. And we all kind of keep waiting for Father Time to catch up. But who knows when that's going to happen?
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Robertson. And Doris, normally players LeBron's age start to decline, but it isn't happening.
Yeah, Kev, I mean, LeBron said he wants to be the player to break the mold and dominate into his late 30s. Listen, he wants to play with his oldest son, so we'll see what happens.
Warren, good.
Well, you like the effort of T.J. Warren, capitalizing when he's shooting in the painted area.
Smith finds McGee. Over Jackson. The shot's good from McGee.
No, you're right. Something has to change in their defensive approach. They're making things far too hard on themselves right now.
Pass to Warren. Johnson outside. Takes a 3. Buries it from 3-point range.
Lined it up and knocked it down. His second triple tonight.
Lakers leading by 18. Smith up top. He's guarded by Johnson. Smith, no luck. For Phoenix, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Johnson against Smith. Johnson, the pass to Booker. Over Harris. No good from Booker. The Lakers have gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the fourth quarter. Really getting it done. Wasted no time on that one. And the Lakers lead by 21.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
To the inside. And it's off the back rim, no good. LA's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. A shot's good from LeBron.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, really good awareness by the scorer. You're seeing an opening in the defense and exploiting it beautifully.
Johnson against McGee. Just 5 on the clock. Harris against Booker. That's tipped.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
Johnson inside. He's against Smith. Booker looking around. Back to Oubre. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 3 assists tonight.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Smith dishes to James. Throws it up high, and it's McGee with the jam.
Wow, the passing skills on full display. LeBron James once again orchestrating like a maestro.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Happy.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Well, he hasn't been a big contributor tonight for sure, but it hasn't prevented them from being in a position to grab the win.
Johnson finds Warren, and it's Warren with the jam.
Well, T.J. Warren finishes with authority. We'll give you a salute, sir.
Out to Harris. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession. Ayton, he's checked in for Phoenix. And it's Warren with the ball for Phoenix. Next up on the docket, the Bucks following this one. And that'll be the third of the 4 straight at home. Pass to Ayton. On the wing, Johnson, covered by Smith. Oubre can't get it to go.
He had a make from downtown in the first half, but no threes since then.
James kicks to Harris. Oubre with the steal. And now the Suns, a fast break. Warren with the ball. Got a hand on it. And, oh, here we go. Smith's got it, the fast break chance. And another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Outside Warren. For today's defensive schemes, Doris, which are more valuable in your opinion? Great on-ball defenders or great help defenders?
Well, I think you need both, obviously. I think anytime you can pressure the ball to a high level, I think that's very disruptive at the point of attack. But I also think in an era of incredible motion offense, you think of players and teams like the Golden State Warriors, the San Antonio Spurs, there's great ball movement, player movement, and you've got to be able to be aware at least 2 passes away. So you need both quality types of defenders to me to have a high-level defense, Kev.
I agree. It begins with an on-ball defender and usually evolves into a help defender. I mean, you can't do one without the other.
Agreed. Physical basketball there, and in the best sense. A hard screen allows him to shake the defender and get to the bucket for the layup.
Here's Smith. It's good. Smith's got 8 here in the quarter.
Still attacking, building on this lead coming down the stretch.
I'll tell you, he's relentless right now. He's going straight at the defense and knocking down a lot of shots in this quarter.
On the wing, Johnson. Offline with his 3.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way. And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense nowhere to be found.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Misses the baby hook.
He's fighting it in this quarter. Hasn't been able to get into any sort of groove.
Here's LeBron. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Johnson kicks to Oubre. G League last season experimenting, Doris, with coaches' challenges of certain calls during games. Do you see that perhaps moving over as well to the NBA?
Kevin, my understanding on this is that across NBA ownership, there is real momentum to allow for a coach's challenge. And I think it's commonplace to see teams argue a call. When it's all said and done, we want to get things correct. And so maybe you see this happen in the G League. And what's the carryover to the NBA? I don't know, but I can tell you unequivocally, ownership wants to see a coach's challenge in the NBA at some point.
And I think, Doris, anytime you can make those coaches do more, put more on the line, just adds to the intrigue of the game.
No question.
Yeah, the defender all over.
A big group substitution here for Phoenix. Bender, he's checked in for Warren. Bridges comes in for Kelly Oubre. Courtney Lee, he's checked in for Booker. And it's Troy Daniels in for Johnson. The Lakers also changing it up. Pachulia, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Robertson comes in for LeBron. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Harris. Daniels kicks to Bender. Back to Daniels. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And there's Bridges on the assist by Daniels.
Worked that one inside nicely.
Los Angeles has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it, just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Lakers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And when you look at the season for these guys, they have amassed a lot of wins, 57, and adding in tonight, it'll make it 58.
And not only are they on their way to winning this game, this also gives them a win in the season series.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Smith.
He came out and let everyone know that points would be hard to come by with the way he swatted away shots and protected the rim.
There's 38 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Bridges. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by McGee. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for JaVale McGee. .32 seconds left in the game. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. But they recover it. Lee left side. Over in the corner, Bender, lock at 6. Off target from three-point range. Now here's Rondo. He's covered by Daniels. Outside Rondo. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Congrats on the win. The playoffs are coming up. So what do you think's in store for this team once it gets to the postseason?
I don't want to make any predictions, but I'll say this. We'll be disappointed with anything less than a championship, DA. We're going to go up against a lot of great teams, but I think we got the firepower we need to be around to the very end.
Well, it's going to be a challenge, but you guys certainly look like you're ready. Congratulations. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
I heard you lads won again.
Let's hope there's more on the way.
Indeed, sir.